At this point, I need Cardi B and Offset to take us out the group chat. The way y'all have turned into the new Krishan and Blueface needs to be studied. Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck
on. What's going on, you all? I am wanting to be removed from the group chat with Cardi B and Offset. I'm tired. I am tired. I was glad to see that Cardi B had moved on from Offset and that she has finally been able to get away from this man. We've been seeing it for a minute. A lot of us knew what it was giving from the very beginning. A lot of us have been seeing and saw the stuff that Offset was doing and was calling it what it was. Now Cardi B is single and she's moving on, and Offset cannot take it. He's lashing out at folks who are even giving any type of commentary on it. I mean, he was even calling Just Hilarious ugly because she mentioned it on the Shannon Sharpe interview. And I felt like what she said wasn't even that serious, but Offset is going off. He has lost his property. He doesn't own Cardi B anymore. He wants to think that he does, which is why he brought up, I gave you a baby. That's done. I won. That's what he thinks. And Cardi B, enjoy her, love her music. But you going on Twitter and talking about this incident and doing spaces, like, girl, y'all need to be talking to an actual marriage counselor or somebody. We are not the people. We want music. Put that in the music. For those who do not know, because I know I'm jumping off, because I'm tired. We are tired. I'm breaking down. Somebody pray for me. Shout out to Kelly Rowland. Was that Kelly or was that Michelle? Child. Poor Michelle when you be saying poor Cardi B. So for those who do not know, Cardi B took to Twitter Spaces to talk about some of the things that Offset has been doing recently. She has moved on. She's dating somebody, and Offset apparently found out about it. And she has accused him of sending videos and things of such to people to make them not interested in Cardi B. She also mentioned that there's some stuff that has been happening that she does not want to talk about, and she's been gathering her stuff and waiting to see. But she kind of mentioned that Offset had been, suicidal. I hate saying that word on this app because y'all know how it is. But she mentioned that. It's serious. And knowing the history when it comes to DV, knowing how women are not leaving these situations and experiences alive, it's not something I want to see. It's not something I want to see for entertainment. It's not something I want to laugh at. I don't even know if I want it in the music. I think I would have been okay had it just been in the music. But at this point, I'm tired. And you know what? I normally am not the one to be saying this because I feel like it's just so many trash men that we need to be questioning why so many trash men exist. But I am just tired of all of my favorite female artists and celebrities being in relationships with trash men. I am tired. I'm tired. There's some that we don't even want to admit that they are in a relationship with a trash man. But at this point, I'm starting to question, do y'all have similar politics? What's going on? Because what is going on? There's a lot of trash men that exist. We need to be talking about that. We need to be studying that. Maybe that's got to do with why so many black men are not getting degrees in that conversation, because it's a lot. It's a lot going on with that. I feel like all these things are connected. All these things are connected, and I feel like it's getting worse. You got men that are upset at where things are at because they have been told for the longest, that women are their property. They have been told in so many ways, shape, and form. They have watched the music videos. They ain't seen Tip Drill. They ain't seen all these things that have reinforced these ideas. They haven't progressed, but a lot of the women have, and they ain't taking it. Even for the ones who take a minute to get it, because I feel like Cardi B is one of those, they're like, you know what? This ain't giving. This ain't giving. And that's okay, because we are all surviving the system. Y'all are not perfect. Cordell is not perfect by far. I took a stand. Come on, shout out to Portia, who getting her butt ate up too. Love you, Faye. But A lot of these folks have been centering men. They have been heavily centering men. Men. Where your man? My man. And now they're realizing that these men have never been centering them. There is a sound, an audio that's going viral on TikTok from when 21 Savage said he just needs some cooch. I just need some. The way I heard that today, and I was listening, and I giggled. I did laugh. I actually sent it to somebody being funny. But the way I heard that, and I was like, oh, these men are not saying they want a woman. They just want this one thing. Not y'all got, are we regressing back? Are we gonna start back listening to the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill? I mean, that album, as problematic as it is, it's a bop. It's a bop. Can we admit the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, child? That album kept me from, no shade. Like, that's why it means so much to me, because as someone who was being bullied in middle school, like was going through it, baby, when Lauryn Hill said, "Forgive them, Father," child, they don't know what they be doing. I said, the truth is, I felt that. I was like, they don't know what they doing, but they doing a lot to me. This centering of men and just men just proving time and time again that they do not care. They do not care. And although I am not a man that is actively dating women, because let me tell you something, at this point, the way my brain is opening up and I'm just like, you know what? I'm questioning a lot of things. I just don't know. Who knows? I might be in a relationship with a woman. Somebody asked me, was I going to be in a lavender marriage? No, child. If we going to be married, we going to be knocking the boots. And I've had it before and it's pretty good. So who knows? We'll know. Back at 10. But this conversation about like these men, we got Halle dealing with DDG, we got Cardi B dealing with Offset, we got Keke Palmer dealing with her baby dad. Like, girl, it's a lot. I'm like, oh my God, it's just in different areas. It is homemade because it starts in the home and it's being reinforced. These men have been told, you are deserving of these things. This is what it is. This ain't what it is no more. And they are pissed. They are angry. They're upset. They cursing folks out because this is not the world. That's why you have so many podcasts that are blowing up with men with no understanding of anything other than what they are supposed to get. Because they do not like this new era. They do not like it. They don't even like the idea of it. The idea pisses them off. They've not lost anything, to be honest. Yeah, women have, for the most part, a lot of them have, okay, girl, this ain't really giving. But honestly, there's women with politics like that who are still in relationships with men who are trash. Still are. Who are just, it is what it is. It is what it is. They might not be the biggest of trash, but they still got a little bit, because it's just, it is. This is the system. These women are still available. There are women who are okay. They will even pride themselves of being, they make videos and content, making food and doing all, they do these things. They are ready to submit. They are ready to be that. The music is still there. But the idea that this could possibly be the future pisses them off. That they would come up with these random scenarios of women getting over on men. Like women getting over, like they will amplify a story of a non-black baby mama cleaning the clock of some basketball player who has been with every woman except a black woman. The last black woman he probably laid next to was probably his mama. Okay, these men are not interested. But they will take these scenarios and they will apply that to black women, because black women, y'all the problem. You see that right now in this conversation about black men not having the same amount of degrees as women, while also men not realizing that although they have more degrees than you all, they are still severely underpaid compared to you all. White women are saying they are unpaid compared to their white male counterparts. So what do you think, black women, they are in these corporate spaces having to fight women, white women, for these opportunities and still not getting, even though they're qualified. If we're being honest, all intensive purposes, all of the things, Harris was way more qualified than a Donald Trump. She had all of the things, the education, the pedigree, all of the things, and they still did not choose her. Now, was that the only reason that she lost? No, but we can get into that, but we won't end this podcast or this video. Ooh, we call it a podcast now, give it production. But yes, the whole conversation, all of these things, we really need to be taking a deep a look at what's happening right now. And I'm nervous. I am nervous, child. We got tariffs here, recession looming, child. I feel like we've been in recession for 3-4 years. That's just me. I've been telling y'all that. I've been saying to other folks, my friend whose boyfriend, partner who works for an agency, shout out to, said, girl, my boyfriend said that he is giving that. Yeah, I can feel it. The folks won't tell you. These other creators won't tell you, but I feel it, sister. I feel it. It is definitely here, and it's happening even faster because of these tariffs and stuff. I want to be removed from the group chat. We got way too much going on. Cardi B, Twitter Spaces, it's a rap, child. Like, if you want to talk to him, you need to put it in the music. Put it in the music. That's what we want. We want to hear the music, girl. Diss him in some music, child. At least we get to listen to something. But the Twitter Spaces for 30 minutes and all that. Hold on, let me show you. We don't want no more of that. We know Offset is trash. Tell us in a different beat and stuff. Get in the studio with Candy, come up with some beats and tell us, like, rap over some beats, sing over some beats, give us something in these Twitter Spaces. I need more because I am burnt out. We got way too much. Shut up and dance. I will shut up and dance for a couple of minutes, but I got to get back to work because I got to pay these bills. But I'd rather for you to give us something. These Twitter Spaces, you and Offset going back and forth, child. We've been known that y'all was in a toxic relationship. We've been known that. We saw that man do all these things time and time again, and him embarrass you, get on one knee, all the other stuff. Child, let me tell you something. The men, y'all is out here trash. And it's too many beautiful black women out here who are educated and talented. Like, that scares them, that women know their worth. And shout out to Jessie Woo. In one of her podcasts, she talked about men who do not like to see a well taken care of woman. That makes them uncomfortable. A woman who is wearing makeup and dresses nice because they cannot afford them. These are women who know their worth, and they become insecure and are lashing out because they cannot afford them. And not one time did these women say, you need to take care of me, you need to do all these other stuff, but they understand the stuff that they've been taught, that I need to be taking care of the woman. Even though the woman been taken care of before you even saw their Instagram. Yeah, there's a couple of women who do that and will do the things to get the party and get a check. But y'all be purposely looking for these women. Not because y'all are attracted to them, because if I'm describing all these things that you said you don't like and you still end up with it, what does that say about you? Are you blinded by desire? Maybe you need to understand that, because there are women out here, honestly, child, if I was heterosexual, I'll probably already be married by now. Like, I would be married. Because the way I be running into black women all the time at Publix, shout out to Imani, who I just saw at Publix the other day on her birthday. Happy birthday, boo. The black women I saw at Breaker, who was talking to me about what they just got through watching my video about Beyonce. To Charlotte, the black woman I saw when I was in Memphis attending my uncle's funeral. Like, these beautiful black women exist and they want to be loved. They want these things, but they are not willing to settle for these trash men and these ideologies. And let me tell y'all something, sister, as someone who dates black men as well, I see it because I have to tap them and tell them, hey, it's not giving. So I need more of them to understand these things. And I feel like we could have a conversation. And if black men just listen for a second, like, just listen to understand instead of listening to respond. Shout out to Aisha, make she rest in peace. That statement still holds on to me today, because a lot of these folks are not interested in listening to understand because they feel like they are right. They feel as though they are right. And I feel this era that we are in, men are upset at the things that they were promised. We were all promised some things, child. My parents told me, you go to school, you get an education, you'll be able to take care of yourself, you'll be able to do all these things. And now I'm about to be arguing with homegirl about, you said you was going to donate the refrigerator. I did these things and they still didn't work out for me. There's folks who I know who have whole graduate degrees who are not able to get a job paying more than $17, $18 an hour, who are $30, $40, $50,000 in student loan debt. Hello? What is going on? We were all promised something. But these men are majorly upset at the idea that they are being punished more than women. And they are not. They want to have these gender wars. And they are upset. They have somewhere to go because they can go talk to a couple of million other black men who think the same thing. If y'all hate black women or women so much, then how about you don't date them? How about you don't date them? How about? Because, you can't. So why don't you take the time to understand them for a second? I understand what they're dealing with. But y'all are not. Y'all ain't doing no work. It's not being much expected of y'all, to be honest. Y'all want women to work these jobs, clock in 40 plus hours a week, come back home, make sure the kids do all their work, homework, taking them, remembering all the things they got to do, while y'all just sit up here and just cut the grass and make sure some bills get paid every once in a while, but still taking half of my coin. What's going on, sister? Is it giving Peter or is it giving Patricia? Because we need to find out. Like, if I got to do all of this and still, I might as well do this by myself. And the moment that these women start to understand that they don't need that, y'all are doomed. And I feel like that's what they're nervous about. The moment they realize that, hey, I actually don't need this. There will still be women who are available for them, but it's the idea again that will tick them off. That's all I got. I know I went on a tangent. It was supposed to be about Cardi B and Offset, but the interconnecting of the things just came out. But tell me your thoughts about it. Let me know in the comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.